Hi everyone, Sergio here, and this is Elsewhere. So this is a quick video. I wanted to show you what I've built in the latest version of the game, version 0.1.3. This is a 13th release of the game, and it's actually about 2 years since I started actively, regularly working on the game. And this is an oil refinery. Now, I've got to say right away that this is not something that I've built that looks like an oil refinery. This is not that kind of game. This is an actual oil refinery, meaning it takes oil from the ground and it does things to it. There's a nice logo there, which is a reference. So I'm gonna walk you through this build and show you all the stages of production. So first of all, well, basically the basic idea is that there is an oil well here, and the oil is pumped up from there and is transformed into various other more useful things. Oil by itself can be used as a fuel in a liquid furnace, but it's not very efficient. What is much more efficient is to turn it into petrol, which is 6 times more energetic. And also you can make rubber and sulfur and various other things. So first of all, let's head into the power station here. And well, first of all, here we have 2 multi-block tanks for water and fuel. These are needed to kickstart the production. The oil refinery itself is self-sufficient. It uses fuel that it creates to power all of the machines. So fuel goes here, water goes here, and water and fuel go into this industrial boilers, which is a multi-block boiler, and it makes steam. There are 6 of them, right? 5 of them. Here's a light switch for the sign outside. It's slightly laggy, but there's just so much stuff going on in this one place. Of course, the oil refinery that you would make normally in the game wouldn't be this massive necessarily. Steam goes into these multi-block steam turbines, which produce mechanical energy. So up top here, mechanical energy comes out from here and it goes into these 4 pumps. These 4 pumps are built directly above an oil well, a naturally spawned oil well, and the oil is pumped. Basically there are 4 pumps here, and everything else is like 4 times as much as you need for one pump. So the oil comes out here, it goes into an intermediate tank for crude oil, and then it goes into these 4 buildings. These 4 buildings separate oil into, let me see, so crude oil goes into fluid separators, which make heavy oil, water, and something else. I think it's natural gas. It's got to be natural gas. So everything is pumped out of here. So these 4 buildings are essentially the same. There's the same setup here. For one pump, you need 4 fluid separators. Okay, let's see. So the natural gas comes out here, Water comes out here and water goes back into the system, into that tank up there, and the water is recycled in the boilers. Okay, heavy oil goes into this tank. Yes, heavy oil storage here. And the natural gas goes into this tank. Yes, natural gas goes there. Then we have two blocks here. No, just one. Block D is a gas separation unit. It takes natural gas and it turns it into propane and something else, and hydrogen sulfide, which then go into other intermediate tanks. The one for it's the one for heavy oil, the one for hydrogen. Refinery, where does it go? Probably here. Yes, this is the propane tank. Propane is used in the system. Where does it go? It goes in here, so it goes into this second building, block E. So block E takes another gas separation block. It takes propane and it makes it into propane and hydrogen. I'm not sure that I'm pronouncing propane properly. Propane is not used anywhere currently, so it just goes, I believe, into this tank. Yes, it goes here. So this is a side product of oil refinery, and in the future you will be able to make propane gas into plastic. Okay, let's see. So heavy oil from this tank, yes, goes into fluid refineries. It's again a multi-block structure. I could use ladders, but I'm flying in sandbox mode, so... No? Oh, it's a liquid furnace, so it takes petrol, yes. The fluid refinery takes heavy oil and hydrogen, and it makes refined oil. So there are 4 of them to keep up with the production. Again, intermediate tanks here, one for hydrogen, one for refined oil. Refined oil then goes into another section of fluid refineries, which make refined oil into petrol, I assume. Yes, it's petrol and tar. And there is another intermediate tank. This one is for hydrogen sulfide. This one is for tar. And then tar goes into these buildings. This is a chemical reprocessing unit. It takes hydrogen sulfide and it makes it into sulfur. Yes, sulfur. So this one makes sulfur, and this one makes another chemical reprocessing unit. This one makes tar and sulfur into rubber. This may not be the most efficient way of making rubber, but we have an excess of tar, which we have no use for, and an excess of sulfur, so we use that to make rubber. Come on. Yes, rubber. Makes a lot of rubber, but it takes a long time. There's a pheasant there in the corner. Okay, so there is another oil well here, and this biome is called oil fields. This is a new biome in 013. It has a higher chance of spawning oil lakes and oil fields, oil wells. So if we go back in the beginning, everything is stored into these tanks, so petrol goes here. There are currently almost 500 buckets of petrol in this tank, and it's about halfway full. Also rubber goes here, 25 stacks, 25.5 stacks of rubber, and 44 stacks of sulfur. So this is a quick little example of what you can currently build in the game. The technological aspect of the game will be expanded in further versions. I plan to add plastic, I plan to add electricity and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.